It's Vijayadashami today, the 10th and the most significant day of the ongoing Dasai festival. Hindus and other devotees across the country are celebrating Vijayadashami with much fanfare and enthusiasm and are ready to receive Tika, Jamara and blessings from their elders. The auspicious timing for receiving Tika has been set at 2 minutes past 11 this morning. Good morning, I'm Abheudaya Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Vijayadashami being celebrated across the country today with much fanfare. The auspicious timing to receive Tika set at 2 minutes past 11 this morning. Use of banknotes during Dasai festival remains unchanged despite the increase in electronic transactions. Nepal Rashtra Bank compelled to spend 400 million rupees annually to print new banknotes. Israel confirms 2 elderly women released by Hamas, at least 5,000 Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks on Gaza, and more than 1,400 people killed in Israel so far. And Nepal give UAE a victory target of 281 runs in the ACC Under-19 Premier Cup final. Skipper Dev Khanal shines with a bat with a century for Nepal. Play halted due to rain. Vijayadashami, the 10th and most significant day of the major Hindu festival of Dasai, is being celebrated across the country with much fanfare today. According to the Nepal Calendar Determination Committee, the auspicious time to receive Tika was at 2 minutes past 11 this morning. The younger members of the families received Tika, Jamara and blessings from elders. The committee said that Tika can be received throughout the day today as Vijayadashami itself is considered auspicious. Vijayadashami signifies the victory of good over evil. Dasai celebrations reach its climax today on the 10th day of the ongoing festival. The Nepal Calendar Determination Committee has also said that Tika can be received from today until the full moon day of Kojagrat Purnima this Saturday. President Ramchandra Paudel has extended best wishes to Nepali nationals residing at home and abroad on the occasion of Bada Dasai today. Issuing a message on the occasion of the Vijayadashami celebrations today, President Paudel extended best wishes to the Nepali citizens for peace, prosperity, happiness, good health and progress. President Paudel also expressed his belief that the festival will promote justice and equality. Likewise, Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, Chief Justice Vishwambar Prasad Shrestha, Speaker of the House of Representatives Devraj Khimire have also extended best wishes to the people of Nepal on the occasion of Vijayadashami. The Dasai festival is observed in different ways by different geographic locations and communities in Nepal. Most Nepalese observe the Dasai festival by worshipping goddess Durga Bhavani, receiving Tika and Jamara from elders and exchanging greetings and well wishes with their family members and relatives. However, the color of Tika ranges from red, white, yellow and black on the basis of geography, culture and traditions. The Dasai festival is observed by receiving Tika, Jamara and blessing from elders, preparing delicacies including meat and having fun with family members, relatives and friends. While red Tika is used by most people during the festival, some communities also use white and black Tikas. The Dasai festival is also a symbol of happiness and unity. Despite the diverse culture, traditions, religions and languages of Nepal, most communities value the Dasai festival with equal significance. Several Kirat, Rai and Limbu communities of the east, Tharu community of Madhesh and Tamang, Magar and Gurung communities observe the Dasai festival with white and yellow Tikas. Despite the differences in the color of Tikas, Dasai has increasingly become a common festival of all communities of Nepal. Although electronic transactions have picked up pace in recent time, the use of banknotes during Dasai remains unchanged. The Nepal Rashtra Bank has been compelled to spend 400 million rupees annually as most notes used during the festival are damaged with colors. The central bank says the number of electronic transactions this year in the Nepalese month of Shravan, that falls between mid-July to mid-August, was 30 million, which is 10 million more than last year during the same period. Last year, during the month of Shravan, the number of people using mobile banking was 18.6 million, while this year the number has risen to 21.6 million. The use of digital wallet and QR codes for transactions have also gone up. However, despite the increasing use of electronic medium for financial transactions, the use of banknotes still remains the same during Dasai. The central bank has hence urged the members of the public to avoid getting the notes tainted with colors, as the state spends over 3 billion rupees in printing new notes each year, especially for the festival. Meanwhile, observers attribute the lack of strict actions against those tampering with the notes as the reason behind the continuing trend. The Nepal Rashtra Bank says notes worth 25 billion rupees are exchanged each year during Dasai. However, by the end of Tihar, 1/3 of the new notes return dirty. Based on existing laws, anyone writing on banknotes or scribbling on them can face up to 3 months in prison and a fine of 5,000 rupees. The implementation, however, remains feeble. In our public voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what they like about Dasai. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
पारिवारिक भेटघाट नै सबैभन्दा महत्त्वपूर्ण लाग्छ।
बाहिर गएकाहरू भेला भएर बस्ने प्रचलन छ।
टिकाहरू लगाइन्छ, आशीर्वाद आदान प्रदान गरिन्छ।
आफूभन्दा ठुलोको आशीर्वाद लिन पाइन्छ।
बुवा आमासँग आशीर्वाद लिने क्रममा टिका लगाउँछौँ, जरा लगाउँछौँ, त्यो नै सबभन्दा राम्रो।
घर सरसफाई गर्ने, चिटिक्क घर बनाउने,
एकता, समन्वय र एक किसिमको चाहिने सहयोगी भावना सिर्जना गर्ने गरेको छ।
माता भगवतीको दर्शन गर्न पाइन्छ।
एकअर्कालाई कसरी सम्मान गर्नुपर्छ र कसरी आदर गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा यो दसैँले हामीलाई सिकाउँछ।
धेरै वर्षसम्म भेटघाट नहुनुभएका, देश विदेशमा रहनुभएका दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरू घर आउने अवसर प्राप्त हुन्छ।
पूजा पाठ नै मान्छु।
तलेजु भवानीको वर्ष दिनमा एक दिन खुल्छ। यो एकदम रमाइलो छ तलेजु भवानीमा दर्शन गर्न भगवानको।
एकअर्कामा दुःख सुखका कुराहरू गर्ने र यो अब सुनौलो अवसरको रूपमा पनि हामीले लिन्छौँ।
आफन्तजनहरूसँग भेटघाट हुने, आशीर्वाद लिने,
साथीहरूसँग हामी रमाउन पाउँछौँ।
वर्ष दिनमा सबै भेटघाट हुन्छ, टाढा टाढा भएका पनि आउनुहुन्छ।
नवदुर्गा भवानीको दर्शन गर्न पाइरहेछ।
छोरा बडाको आशीर्वाद लिनु त्यही नै लाग्छ।
सबभन्दा राम्रो दसैँ आयो भनेपछि केटाकेटी बच्चा बुढापाका सबै एकदम रमाउने,
मेलमिलाप र एउटा चाहिँ नयाँ सन्देश।
घरदेखि बाहिर छन्, तिनीहरू आफ्ना घरमा आएका छन्, यसै पनि घर पनि उमङ्ग छ।
माताको 9 दिनसम्म विधिवत तरिकाले पूजा हुन्छ, आराध्य हुन्छ।
सबैभन्दा राम्रो पक्ष भनेको आशीर्वाद लिने र दिने।
देश विदेशमा भएका साथीभाइहरू, हाम्रो ठुलो मान्छे, घरको सबै सदस्यहरू मेलमिलाप हुन्छ।
छुट्टी हुन्छ, अब रमाइलो गरिन्छ, खानपिन हुन्छ, हैन, खेलिन्छ, घुमिन्छ, त्यो चाहिँ रमाइलो पछि हो।
Following the decline in domestic consumption of dairy products, the Dairy Development Corporation (DDC) has begun preparations to sell its products in the regional and international markets. With the objective of exporting powder milk, butter and ghee, the DDC has sent its samples to Dubai, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Australia and up to the United States of America. According to the DDC, it has 300 tons of butter and 500 tons of powder milk in its stock and is looking for regional markets for exporting purpose. With the reduction in sales in the domestic market, the DDC has failed to sell 650 million rupees worth of products and is yet to make payments of around 550 million rupees. Officials of the DDC have said that sales have declined because of the reduction in the purchasing power of the consumers. According to the Dairy Development Board, of the 5.2 million liters of milk produced in Nepal every day, only around 1 million liters reaches the market, of which 140,000 liters of milk is purchased by the DDC. Government data shows that around 3 million families are directly or indirectly involved in milk production in Nepal. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why has consumption of dairy products reduced? Your options are A, low income, B, high production, and C, quality not up to mark. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It's time now for the international update. Israel has confirmed that 2 elderly women, Nurit Cooper and Yoch Eved Livs-Hids, were released by Hamas, but their husbands are still being held. Lipschit's daughter says she remains focused on securing the release of her father and the other hostages who remain in Gaza. This brings the total number of hostages released by Hamas to 4. 2 American Israelis, mother and daughter, Judith and Natalie Ranan, were released from captivity last Friday. The International Committee of the Red Cross says it facilitated the transfer of the hostages. In its latest estimate, Israel says that more than 200 hostages are being held by Hamas after its surprise attack on Israel on 7th of October earlier this month. The United Nations said 20 more trucks carrying vital humanitarian aid passed the Rafah crossing from Egypt into Gaza Monday and warned that the situation in the enclave's hospitals remains dire and much more help is needed. Frantic rescue operation is underway as the latest Israeli strikes killed several people, including women and children, in northern Gaza's Al-Shati refugee camp, as well as southern Khan Yunis, with at least 436 Palestinians reported killed in the last 24 hours. At least 5,087 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli attacks on Gaza, while more than 1,400 people have been killed in Israel since 7th of October. Criminal groups set at least 35 buses on fire in the Brazilian city of Rio de Janeiro, according to the industry group that represents bus companies, after police killed a crime boss in an operation. The mayor of Brazil's second largest city, Rio de Janeiro, called the perpetrators idiots for destroying public transport. The military police arrested 12 suspects, while the city hall issued a warning to residents. The attacks on buses were concentrated in the west of the city, where rival criminal groups are fighting for territorial control. According to the police, they came after a police operation that killed the nephew of the leader of the state's largest militia. Rio's so-called militias, often composed of current and former police officers, have become one of the region's largest security threats. Originally set up as self-defense forces for poor neighborhoods blighted by drug gangs, they have now metastasized into criminal outfits operating in multiple different rackets. Industry group Rio Onibus said 20 of the vehicles were city buses, 5 were part of the city's rapid transit fleet, and the remainder were chartered or tourism buses. At least 17 people were killed and several others injured after 2 trains collided in Bangladesh yesterday. A passenger train crashed into a freight train in Abheudaya, about 80 kilometers northeast of the capital, Dhaka. Local police chief Russell Sheikh told media that at least 17 bodies have been recovered from the scene. Authorities said the freight train smashed into the passenger train from behind, damaging 2 coaches. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Happy Vijayadashami.